We got upset because the state legislators, they had turned down his congressional redistricting maps. They deemed them unconstitutional. So he ended up raising $800,000 after being caught on video shooting and yelling this damn racial slur at this black child. Autistic black child. What's up, everybody? This is Black Everything. You know what it is. We all about black people. To empower, show black excellence, so we can get black unity. And we back at you once again, everybody. So do appreciate y'all all coming out. Make sure that you stick in to the end, because we're going to do a couple news stories today. So the first story that we're going to do today has got something to do with our awesome... Okay, let me stop lying. I'm not going to say awesome. Our president. Yeah, so... looks like here our president Donald Trump is fuming because his attempt to do some gerrymandering. As you know, we already covered this story, y'all, so this is just more or less an update with a different state. And it looks like that the court there in good old state of Utah decided to turn down his requests. So the story goes, everybody, a fuming President Donald Trump on Wednesday evening, so it was last night, he actually got upset because the state legislators, they had turned down his congressional redistricting maps. They deemed them unconstitutional. So, you know, Donald Trump decided to get on his little true social or whatever that thing is that he get on that's not Twitter or not X. But just to give some backstory into that particular story, this judge on Monday ordered state lawmakers to redraw new congressional maps that comply with the 2018 voter-approved ballot initiative. So, all in all, they went ahead and permanently blocked the use of the GOP's 2021 congressional map. They figured their findings was that it was unlawfully gerrymandered districts to benefit Republicans. So therefore, they overrode an independent redistricting commission. Oops. So just as long, whoever out there don't know about this, y'all, this is basically when a powerful party, and nowadays for us is the Republican Party, attempts to go into different districts in different states to try to remap all the constituents and all the voters to put a certain group in another area so they can get whatever amount of voters that's going to go their way to their side, so they'll redistrict it to where it just counts more in the congressional sum of things. Well, this sounds like some bullshit, and I'm pretty sure you can see the bullshit too. But to be 100 with you, Democrats do the same thing. It's kind of one of these things that goes back and forth depending on who got the power. Well, power of the United States, Congress. But anyway, whoever has the power generally do something like this where they try to redraw the maps to benefit their said party. So some more political bullshit that, you know, as a black person here in America, you should be aware of. But also know that it's been going on forever. Moving on. I do want to give an update on a story that we did, and y'all need to go check that video out. Matter of fact, I'm probably going to leave it as a link in this video so you can go and look at that, because we did a story about this white lady on the playground deciding to just shoot a whole bunch of N-words at this, I think it was like a 5-year-old. And the worst part about it, the kid had autism. The kid was autistic. And 8-year-old. It was an 8-year-old. But the crazy part about it is everybody whipped out their cameras and she looked right in the camera, y'all. Right in the camera. And said, "You damn right I said, nigga. And so, you know, obviously, the father and the parents, they wanted some type of justice. They was waiting for the local PD to do something, to act on our behalf. And instead, what happened? Come here, y'all. Watch this. This lady ended up raising $800,000 after being caught on video shooting and yelling this damn racial slur at this black child. Autistic black child. And the insane part about it is, so now it was such an outrage in the black community there that finally they decided to go ahead and file a criminal complaint. Check out this charge though. Wrongfully and unlawfully engaged in offensive, obscene, abusive, boisterous, or nosy conduct, or in offensive, obscene, or abusive language that would reasonably tend to arouse alarm, anger, or resentment in others. Wow. So, in other words, they like, look, we're going to do this just to shut you guys up. Now, keep in mind, y'all, this has been months since this happened, and they just not now filing charges. And the worst thing about it, she's still sitting on almost $1 million from her GoFundMe, you know, of all the support she got nationwide from people appreciating that she called an autistic 8-year-old black kid nigga. So the max sentence she could get with this charge, quotes, with this charge, the max she can get is 90 days in jail and $1,000 fine. What? What the fuck are you talking about? They should have threw her under the jail. Okay. Not only are you gonna be so disrespectful and so inconsiderate to this young autistic black kid on the playground, but you didn't even feel apologetic about it. Had zero regret on the spot and after. So much to the point you made a GoFundMe and found your little group of people, which is most Americans, most white Americans, all backed this lady up and sent her money. Like, you go, girl. Call that autistic black kid a nigga and stand on it. Protect your First Amendment rights. So y'all, just remember, you're black in America. And there ain't gonna be the same set of rules, the same set of consequences for you as Miss Kerner